Now, I know a lot of people follow Monster Hunter for lore. I'm one of those people. I got into it because of the lore. And the fact that they are putting fatalis, a fatalis we don't know, into a game out of nowhere, that still blows me away. Again, like I've said, they're different fatalises. This new one is not in lore, okay? And you even said it yourself. You said they never used to fight like the new one fights. What a fucking drastic change. That's the developers doing that without warning. Why aren't you madder about that? Hey, so my last video got a little bit of traction, obviously from the Monster Hunter community. I did get a few people agreeing with me, obviously because my opinions are completely accurate. But I did get a few comments telling me to get good, and a few hurtful comments telling me to get dead. However, one of these comments was very, very long, and dare I say it, it was very similar to the essays I did in GCSE. So obviously I'm gonna talk about it right now. So this comment is from Hellhunter. I'm about to read the entire thing, and I'll explain exactly why he's wrong at every single point that he makes. At Catslap. The person who told me to shut up with his first two words is talking big about hate? Okay. First, you said he wasn't established in the lore. That's just plain wrong. The reason he is put in the game was because everybody wanted him. They say it in the developer diary. Okay, dude, I've got to stop you there. It's not called the developer diary. It's called the dev blog. Okay, that's just a simple thing that you should know if you like Monster Hunter. Okay, continuing. His lore is that he is the only one who killed the ancient civilization because they were hunting monsters left and right, having no respect for nature. As he saw that, he went and killed them, as he has an unmatched hatred for humanity. That's his lore, always has been. Okay, again, that is incorrect. He has not been established in lore. This version of Fatalis is not the version that you're talking about. The main version of Fatalis, dude, he was on like the DS games for Monster Hunter. He was on the oldest goddamn Monster Hunter games. And you're saying that's the same guy that we're fighting in Monster Hunter World? Dude, you're just wrong. Can you just admit that some characters change, okay? And this one in particular has changed and not given any info in the lore for that change. So basically, it's a completely different character. Then they made this video where he had a new look. Everyone was hyped, so they put him in. There you go. Dude, again, very little factual evidence here. Like, you're not giving me anything to work with. Next. You can't play defensive on this guy? Well, I have a defensive and offensive build, and it works pretty well. Okay, dude, we don't need you to fucking brag, okay? Thanks. I am mainly a healer who can, if not consistently healing, get some good numbers of damage. I am using dual blades, as they don't use such long combos, so I can heal my mates if necessary. Is this guy taking the piss? Dual blades have extremely long combos, and if you're a healer with long combos, obviously that's fucking bad because you can't focus on healing. You have too much of an investment in offense. And this guy's using dual blades. Is this guy fucking on something? I don't think he understands how dual blades work or how combos work. So, okay, let me explain this. You've got combos, okay, which are essential if you want to kill a fucking monster, okay? Right. You can't have combos if you're having healing, because if you have combos, if you break that combo, You fucked it, and you can't kill the monster, and you can't heal your teammates. Dude, it's... I think he's got to be joking, right? Maybe I'm just missing the joke, because he's saying he's using dual blades, which are extremely high combo, and he's a healer as well. That's ridiculous. I can just say that it worked until now. Also, you may need to be offensive with your build, I admit. Thanks, man. You finally admitting that I am fucking right. But it's just plain wrong that you can't do that because you need to play defensive. Because everything you basically need is to not get one shot so you can heal. Because almost every one of his attacks two-shots you anyways. So anything else doesn't make sense. So you only need to not be one shot. Otherwise you can be offensive as hell. Dude, what armor have you been using? Because Fatalis is not a two-shot. It's not a two-shot monster, or a one-shot monster at that. Dude, if you're going in with like fucking beginner armor, obviously you're gonna get fucking two-shot. This fucking guy. You have to play defensive on Fatalis because he does insane damage. Okay? He does even more insane damage if you don't go defensive. And what's clear from what he's saying here is that he's not going defensive. But he thinks he is. You're using, what, beginner armor? I think you're even using guardian armor. I don't even know. But you're using really bad armor here. It's obvious from the way you're saying this. And you're complaining that he does too much damage. I'm saying he does too much damage, yes. And you have to also play defensive. But you're basically proving my point at this point by being negligent. What the fuck? Also, you can learn. I can learn. I know. Many people don't know that. But you can learn to dodge and use openings properly. Jokes aside, if you do fight him a couple of times, you should be able to learn his moves and stuff if you try. Also, tell me something. What guardian stuff do they give you at the start of the game that they force you to use? Now, honestly, what the fuck? As you said, you get it at the start of the game as a starter. If you don't have anything better, you deserve to die. Because in Monster Hunter, anything you get at the start shouldn't be used in peak endgame. Man, you misunderstood. You misunderstood. I don't blame you because I have a weird accent. I did say guardian stuff. I'm not saying you use it in this fight. I don't know where you got that from. But I'm thinking maybe you're using it. To touch my point earlier, you said that this fight, right? He kills you in 2 shots or 1 shot. Okay, so let's put that in a little compartment here. And now let's talk about you're talking about guardian stuff, right? I'm saying, right, okay, you should not be wearing guardian stuff if you go into that fight. I think you're saying that as well. But here's the thing. I think you're wearing it as well, dude. I don't think you realize. Have you checked your inventory? Okay, dude, there's a guardian stuff, not good. You are literally telling me that. But at the same time, you're also telling me that Fatalis is a 1-shot or 2-shot. That only makes sense, and that you only have that logic because you're using some armor that is like Guardian. It might not be Guardian, I know, but you're using armor or something that is on the same quality as Guardian stuff, and you're saying that all this stuff, you're saying the Guardian stuff is bad. I'm just gonna continue. This is ridiculous. So, the short version. Okay, let's go. The short version. Thank you. Simplifying it to my tiny brain. You know what? I'm gonna do a short version of why you're wrong. Okay. All right. Now we're even. Number 1, he is in the lore, according to which all he does makes sense. Okay, my list. Number 1, he is not in the lore. That is a different Fatalis. Okay. You're saying that this Fatalis has the same qualities as the old ones? Yeah, I don't think so. Okay? Now, I know a lot of people follow Monster Hunter for lore. I'm one of those people. I got into it because of the lore. And the fact that they are putting fatalis, a fatalis we don't know, into a game out of nowhere, that still blows me away. And I'm annoyed that more people aren't annoyed by this. They're just happy with random monsters being thrown in for no reason. So again, he's not in the lore. Number 2. Maybe you just need more training, another build, something you aren't used to, something new. The fucking balls on this guy. Dude, don't you think I've used every armor set in this game? Okay? I have what? Maybe 6,000 hours of Monster Hunter. Okay? How many fucking hours do you have? Dude, I doubt you even have all the armor sets. And, hey man, I fucking bet you're still using Guardian shit, like I said before. And you're telling me I have to fucking deal with my fucking build. Dude, I need more training? More training. Jesus Christ. What have you got, like 200 hours? Yeah. Jesus Christ. I've got 6,000. Shut up. Number 3. Seriously, what Guardian stuff are you talking about? I went to Google, and all I could find was the Guardian armor. And if you really think this could ever work against Fatalis, who is called the strongest monster ever, sometimes a god, then just get the fuck out. Alright, so, this fucking guy. Right, first off, you use Google, and you don't use DuckDuckGo. I don't know what's wrong with you. You don't care about your privacy. Okay, that's fine. You obviously don't care about your gameplay, or your sets, or your builds, or really anything, really, or logic, okay? And again, you're telling me that I'm using Guardian stuff. I'm not using it. I'm the one complaining about it. You're telling me that. I think you're fucking using it. I've said this so many times, but the way you explained how he only does 1-shots and 2-shots, very strange from someone who is not using Guardian armor. That sounds a lot like someone who is. Number 4. You're basically complaining that this thing hits hard and is aggressive. Should I repeat? Strongest monster of them all. This, my dear, was the exact reason nobody really liked the old Fatalis fight. Because he didn't live up to his legends. Everyone who played the old games thinks that he is great like this. Way better than before, but sure, you, who seems to be unable to use Google to read his lore, will surely know better, right? There are no bugs in this fight. No EJ-like bullshit. He is basically a normal dragon with 1 or 2 super moves. Jesus Christ. Dude, you're all over the fucking place now. So, right, you said, again, Google. You're saying that I'm using Google to... Well, I'm not using Google to read lore. Well, that's actually true. That's true. I'm using DuckDuckGo. Or I use Ecosia. It's a search engine that plants trees every time you type. But obviously you're not a very moral person, so you wouldn't do that. So, again, I do not use Google. Oh, and also, you mentioned the old Fatalis fights. Dude, you're destroying your own argument. You say that Fatalis is in the new Fatalis, okay? And then you say that, oh, no. Actually, there are old Fatalises as well. You're breaking your goddamn argument, man. I feel bad for you, okay? Because, again, like I've said, they're different Fatalises. This new one is not in lore, okay? And you even said it yourself. You said they never used to fight like the new one fights. What a fucking drastic change. That's the developers doing that without warning. Why aren't you madder about that? And finally, number 5. I could understand if you criticize the time limit, awesome hitboxes, crawling attack, but everything you said makes no sense. Just get better. I don't know how you fought him 100 times in 2 days. Then, congrats. I don't see you lying, but I managed to fight him exactly 56 times in 2 days. Yes, I counted that. Yeah, sorry. I'm not lying. I reckon probably more, actually. Maybe 200 in 2 days. Obviously, I wouldn't make a video on Fatalis if I wasn't informed. And if I hadn't played him at least 100 times. Like 100 times was nowhere near generous. Honestly, I think yeah, like I said, half the amount of times. But yeah, 56 times is, it's cute. I mean, I know you obviously haven't played them enough to give a proper opinion, so I'm not sure why you've written an entire essay here. An essay that probably reads longer than my last video. So, yeah, very strange choice, but I can't blame you. I can't blame you. You know, if you only play them a few times, you're not mad enough and you're not informed enough to make, you know, correct opinions here. So, I'll finish this off. I'm excited to see what you have to say. And I was constantly playing, day and night. There are people losing to this moment, and they are not giving up. But you totally have the right to say he is unbeatable after 2 days. Nope. Just nope. You don't know shit. You use Guardian armor. You have only fought him 56 times. You use Google. You don't know where his lore came from. You are not a real Monster Hunter player. I'm still blown away that you would write an entire essay of just incorrect facts. Now, I don't want this to sound like a hit piece, you know, this entire video on you. I just want to help you out, because leaving comments like this without, you know, factual evidence and without the proper experience, it just makes you look like a dumbass. And also it prompts the very fact that of me making a video on it. So I don't know, thank you for the entertainment. But please, man, don't do anything like this again unless you know what you're talking about.